Welcome back, friends. Today is series part 11 of the 30-day progress updates, day 330. We'll start things off with the dimidiochromis coingi. That guy's right here. Really love the pattern on these guys. Nice blue colors with those yellow dots on their scales. Quite an amazing fish. Let's check out some previous pictures from when we first got them. We'll stick with the dimidiochromis family and go to this guy. This is the dimidiochromis strigodus. This guy has been the original tank boss, then lost it, then got it back, and he's no longer tank boss, but still a stunner. Keeps all of his dominant colors. Getting humongous. Let's check him out when we first got him. Next up, we'll do this Buacchromis rostratus. This guy's a big fish. Super cool colorations on these guys. Pretty much all rostratus look cool, but man, I feel like I really got lucky with this guy. He's got that real black muzzle, some crazy purples and blues, has that chrome look to him. I mean, he's just awesome. Let's check him out when we first got him, and then some pics along the way. Alright, next we'll go with this guy here, one of the only common haps in here. This is a star sapphire, and I think he'll still chip out some more, but man, he is pretty chipped out. Look at those chips on him. Beautiful. He's one of the smallest fish in here. Of course, common haps don't get near as big as the predator haps, but he's probably 7 inches or so. I've had this guy for a very long time, over 2 years. Let's check him out when we first got him, then see his progress. Do this guy next. Another more common hap. This is my morai blue dolphin. This guy was Petco pickup. And we paid like $2 or $3 for him or something a long time ago. He does really well in here. Gets left alone. I think the rostratus has some type of affinity for them because they're always together. But let's check him out when we first got him. Next we'll do this big stunner right here. Fan favorite, my kids' favorite. This is an Buacchromis christii, the Malawi hawk. And this dude is, I'd say, a little over 11 inches. Awesome fish. This hawk was a replacement to the original hawk I had gotten. It died. So this is Hawk 2.0. Let's check him out. And we'll throw some in there of the OG hawk, or as my son called him, rhino head. Check this dude out. We'll stick with the Buacchromis christii strand. This is a created fish from Ron's cichlids. You can check those guys out online. This fish is created by Ron's cichlid. It is a half Buacchromis christii, half Tyrannochromis maculaceps, cleverly named the hawklaceps. It is also a replacement. We had a power outage, and out of like 17 or 18 fish in the tank, the only one I lost that time was my hawklaceps. Let's check both of them out. Fish take forever to color up, like any predator hap. Very long wait, but well worth it. As you can see, these fish are beautiful. Next we'll look at this guy here, which I believe currently is my tank boss. This is in the Buacchromis family. This is a Buacchromis Risai, yellow. And this guy is enormous. Lots of good color on him. He's a humongous fish, and he is the tank boss, but he's very mellow, so quite a good tank boss to have. Massive appetite. Let's check him out when we first got him. You can take a look at his growth and progress. Alrighty, stay with the Buacchromis family. This guy right here is a Buacchromis lepturus green. Quite a rare fish. A lot of breeders were kind of pigeonholing the market with kind of withholding all females and never letting people have opportunity to breed, and took me a very, very long time to acquire one of these guys, but he's still kind of small, lacking in color, but awesome fish. Let's check him out. We'll stay in the Buacchromis family one more time here. This is my Buacchromis Nototania, Buacchromis Noto. This guy was my breeding male in my Buacchromis Noto breeding group. I've kind of become inundated with fry, so I pulled the male out and left the females with some other fish to kind of give it a break. Put him in here with these guys. He's quite a bit smaller than the majority of these fish, but very hardy fish. Does very well in here, and quite a beautiful fish. Check out some pictures when he was with his females. Check this dude out right here. This guy has had the most insane progress and growth rate. This is in the Dimidiochromis family. It's a Buacchromis Fusco, commonly referred to as a Fusco. This guy had his days as tank boss, and then he's not a very aggressive fish, so he lost that status and just kind of remains as a pretty chill but massive fish. This guy's, I'd say he's about a foot long, and they're very thick fish. Crazy eaters. They eat like crazy. Let's check him out when he was about 3 inches or so. This guy here, very slow grower. This is a very rare fish in the hobby. It's a Holotania taniochromis. Taniochromis holotania. These fish, when they're full grown and mature and showing dominant colors, are awesome looking. This guy has had moments of coloring up and coloring down. Let's check him out. This guy here, if you're not careful, you might think it's a duplicate or one that I already covered, but this is actually a wild-caught Tyrannochromis Niger vener. A very similar appearance to a Buacchromis Fusco. A lot of people say you may have issues having 2 males, one Niger vener and one Fusco, but I've never had any issues. And what a beautiful fish this is. And it always adds a little prestige, I guess, when it's wild caught. Pretty cool. Let's check him out when he was quite smaller. This guy here is my Malawi gar, Lepturus acuticeps. Really cool fish. I love the kind of strange looking snout and mouth on these guys. This gar in particular, he may have been tank boss for brief minute because he was super colored up. But I think it's pretty common for Malawi gars to color up, color down, color up, color down. You know, they go through phases where they're on fire and then they kind of dull out. He's in kind of one of those transitions of dulling down, but even colored down, he's a really cool fish. Let's check him out when he was a real small guy. I'll show some when he was, I guess, in his prime and real colored up. Right. Last two fish to do are both in the Buacchromis genus. First one we'll do here is the Buacchromis Noto, commonly referred to as the Malawi trout. And man, when this guy finally does color up, it's going to be one of my favorites. I really like these fish. They're kind of hard to find, especially at a decent size. I've had this one for quite a long time, and the weight has been extreme. But there are little hints or notes of color coming in, so pretty excited for that. And it's quite a large fish. Right now I would guess he's about 11.5 inches or so, which by that size, man, you'd think he'd have more color, but I'm okay with him being a late bloomer because maybe it'll be more intense. Let's check him out when he was only about 4 inches or so. Alrighty, now we'll do the last fish, and that's this dude right here. Quickly becoming my favorite. Just the real odd appearance of these fish. You know, that face is so unique. Kind of reminds me of a snook. But this is the Buacchromis Fusco, the only other fish in the Buacchromis genus. And I believe this fish was probably imported and hormoned when I got him, because he was only about 5 inches but had extremely dominant, intense coloration, and that's not typical. And it faded in about a week. You know, it lasted maybe 7 days, very bright and vibrant, and then it just like totally faded. And it's coming back now that he's getting older and larger. I'd say right now he's 8 inches or so. But let's check this guy out when he was smaller. Well, that's going to wrap up series part 11. Lots of progress made, you know, with the fish, with the tanks, the setup, everything. You know, these guys are now living in a 300-gallon acrylic tank with dual overflows and dual returns. It is ran with a 125-gallon sump, and I run 2 return pumps in the sump, each 2,600 gallon per hour. So there's a lot of water movement in here, and I run the J-bow CP150 wave maker, pointed upwards at the surface. These guys love their current. That's where we're at. See how long we can keep this series going with all these fish being happy and healthy. And I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.